Yeah, well, before I forget this, since I have promised this a couple days here, from a website called the Political Insider, which is actually using source material from Crain's, New York. Crain's Business, Crain's, New York. So it's not just this website that you may not have heard of. The actual source here is Crain's, New York business publication. Left-wingers who run New York City are about to make it 100% legal to urinate in public. Sturdley can't believe this. Even now, he can't believe it. Why are they going to do this? I'm just going to read what it says here. Because many minorities have been arrested for it. They would rather legalize the behavior than enforce basic rules of public sanitation. From Crain's, New York, urinating and drinking in public would no longer be treated as crimes under a package of bills New York City Council will consider to ease enforcement of quality of life offenses that lawmakers say clog the courts and have been disproportionately enforced against minorities. So, there are just too many people urinating in public. There are too many people violating basic hygiene in public. It's clogging the courts. It's impossible to enforce. And besides that, the majority of the perps are minorities. And we just don't feel right. And we don't feel right. And it's not fair that they should, it's not their fault they don't have anywhere else to urinate. So why we don't want to hold that against them, because life is already stacked against them enough as it is because they're minorities. The city council stated, scheduled a January 25th hearing on the proposed laws, supported by the council speaker, Melissa Mark Viverito, plus a majority of her 50 colleagues, and the police commissioner, it says here. That's what makes me doubt this. If Bill Bratton's on board for this, the proposal would remove the possibility of permanent criminal records for public urination and violating park rules, mostly treating them as civil offenses, along with public drinking, littering, and excessive noise. According to the New York Times, one liberal official who sponsored this change noted it was designed to help minorities reach their full potential. To pee in, I'm telling you, I don't. Here's a quote from Ms. Mark Viverito. We know that the system has been really rigged against communities of color in particular. So the question has always been, what can we do in this job to minimize the unnecessary interaction with the criminal justice system so these young people can really fulfill their potential? And it says here it's a far step away from the tough rules implemented by Rudy, who cleaned up the streets with his broken window polish. This sounds like it's from The Onion. This sounds like this. Yes, we're going to not enforce the laws on public urination because most of them are minorities. We feel so bad for them. There's so many of them clogging the court system now, and it's denying them their full potential. This reads like it's from one of those satire sites. But that's what it says. Crain's, New York, quoting the New York Times in there. Look, let's wait to find out if this is real before we start reacting here like this. This is kind of one of the reasons I've been at arm's length with this thing. It doesn't sound believable. Not even liberals, if they really think this, are stupid enough to talk this way. In other words, public urination will be allowed so that people can reach their full potential. I don't doubt that de Blasio thinks it, but I can't believe these guys are running around to actually say it, to be quoted in the New York Times. Here's